Hello, this is wmpyr, here to share my first impressions of Jurassic World, which I recently saw at the movie theater. Now, I have to admit that it wasn't my first choice. I prefer to go see Terminator Genesis, but then again, I had heard that it wasn't that good, and after watching the trailer, I was really disappointed because it looked terrible. I'm still going to watch it eventually, just probably not at the movie theater. Anyway, so Jurassic World, what did I think? Overall, I had fun and I enjoyed it. What can I say? I did have a good time. Um, but I have to say also that my expectations were low, even though I had heard from a lot of people that it was good. But it wasn't something that I was terribly excited to see. I basically went as a tag along and just ended up watching it. That was kind of my situation. What do I think of the previous Jurassic Park movies? I do enjoy them. They're not something that I was like ever really excited about or super blown away by or anything like that. I do enjoy all of them, and this one I think is a really good addition to the franchise. And once again, I enjoyed it. The only problem I have to say was that, in a way, this is not even a negative, but it was so well put together. This movie, Jurassic World, was so well done in a way that it felt very artificial. That it was just like a package just put together, and it does everything right. They know like where to put the money in, so they put it into the special effects. They hired the hottest, newest up and coming actor right now, the guy who just did the Guardians of the Galaxy guy. So he's the main character, and they put in like these kids. One of the kids is like a dinosaur nut, so that can appeal to younger fans that are dinosaur fans and stuff like that. So I mean, they put in all the essential ingredients. And at the right amount is also not too much to where certain things annoy you, just the right amount of everything, I think, to appeal to a wide audience. When you do that, I kind of feel like you end up with something a little bit mediocre. So that's the only negative. I really don't have any other complaints. It was well done, well put together, just almost too perfect. You know what I mean? It's not didn't feel like it pushed anything in a certain direction. The violence I kind of feel like was kind of a lot. The violence was pretty up there, but maybe that's just because of the era that we live in today. Just because the people of society today, what we are used to seeing in TV and video games and stuff like that. So it just I think the level is higher. So, but this film did seem a little bit violent in that regards. But yeah, overall, this is, if you want to see something that is more artistic, more original, something that's going to push the edge and do something very unique, I think you got to go with independent films and stuff, maybe foreign films. But as far as Hollywood goes, this is like, they got their science to a T. They know how to market towards, their marketing audience and put in all the right ingredients and the right amount, and they just know how to do that so well. And to me, this film really felt like that, which was the plus and also the minus once again, because it feels artificial. Let's compare this to like World War Z. So if you compare it to World War Z, which was another summer blockbuster hit, I kind of felt like World War Z was a little bit more unique in a sense. Like they showed zombies in a way that they've never been shown before. And also, like, the main character that Brad Pitt plays, I felt was a little bit more of a badass than the main character in this in Jurassic World. Even though they do a great job of trying to portray him as a badass, and don't get me wrong, in many scenes he is. It's like, wow, he's like Special Forces times 10 if he existed in real life. I don't feel like the actor necessarily brought anything interesting or unique to the table, or like he brought anything that just made me go wow, but he wasn't annoying either. His character was, once again, written very well, very cool, to where he is portrayed as a badass. Uh, and let's compare this film also to Jaws, right? And you compare it to that, and both of them are like creature monster movies. And if you look at it from that standpoint, the storytelling in Jaws about this small town that relies on the people coming to the beach. It relies on these vacation tourists. All right, that's how the town makes their living. And then this monstrous shark shows up, and now the mayor doesn't want to close down the town, even though that's the right decision. He doesn't want to. And that kind of storytelling drama is very well done in that film. And then on top of that, the acting behind the actors, where you're talking about Chief Brody and Quint and Hooper, and they're on the boat together, and they all have three very different personalities. And then that scene where they're talking about like their wounds, and Quint goes into the tale of the World War II ship that got sunk, and all of that. You really get character development. And maybe I think the story and the character development, those two were extremely weak in this movie, and that's what doesn't make this movie in the caliber of Jaws, in my opinion. But just because it didn't do that, does it make this a horrible film? No, absolutely not. And like I said, everything that I pretty much wanted to see and expected in this kind of film, they cover it. They show everything. There are some very clever scenes, and there are some very cool scenes, and there's plenty of dinosaur violence, and you got the special forces type people coming in and battling against the dinosaurs. That's also in there real quick, and just a bunch of stuff like that is all in there. It's all in there, but it just feels a little artificial, feels a little lacking, because it's so simple. But once again, they did that probably on purpose. They didn't want to take any risks because there's a lot of money on the line here. And at the end of the day, this is a marketing tool. This is a product that they're trying to sell. So, in that regards, it's a double-edged sword. They kept it very safe. They kept it very, very simple. And that's the plus, but that's also the negative in my opinion. So anyway, like I said, I still enjoyed it. And as long as you go in there understanding that, and you go in there for just entertainment, and in a way it's kind of lighthearted entertainment, then I think you're going to be fine. If you're looking for something that's like cutting edge, something very, very unique, something, new type of art or something, then you're probably going to have to go watch an independent film, or maybe even a foreign film. You're going to have to move away from Hollywood probably. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening, and take care, folks.